So we start this episode off in the trade block, and I'm looking around for young players that are decent. Realistically, there's not a whole lot of great talent here in general. Pretty much older players that aren't even that much of an upgrade. But Kendrick Green obviously strikes my my brain here. Please don't strike my brain again. I only have a few cells left. As a guy that can be really good for us. Now, I don't think Nick Harris was really the problem last game. However, I will say he is a center, so his job isn't that tough. So if you're the center, you might not look bad specifically, but if you're not helping the guards out, you're kind of not doing your job. So I'm going to be trading off a 5th-round pick and Kinley. You might think it's a little bit of an overtrade, but Kinley, once again, super unathletic. He's like 6'3", 339 or something like that. Not really distributing that weight very well. He's 25. I get he's star dad, but he's 25. Green is, of course, 23. He is so much better with his speed and he's just a very good athlete. So we're going to make this trade with the Broncos, who have Jason Kelce at center, but Forrest Lamp at right guard, with Kinley automatically being a starter for them. So not the worst trade in the world, and at least Kendrick Green gets a chance to start. And once again, I know he is 6'2", so he's a little on the undersized department, but with that athleticism, he does provide some flexibility as well in case we get injured, or we decide, hey, our guard position is worse than our center position, so we're going to move him around. Once again, got to start developing that power blocking, but 91 impact, 88 lead block. He really is the prototypical guard outside of being slightly undersized. But once again, that's kind of what the interior is for. But here we are going against the doppelganger team that obviously copied us in week 2 here. The Baltimore Ravens, 0-1 as well. And did the whole division have a bye week? Week 1? What happened here? I don't know what the division looks like. So keeping up with things, the Eagles also lost, but Washington and Dallas did not. They won. But taking a look at the players of the week, of course, the AFC side. Who would have thought the Titans with 2 players of the week? Who do they play? Also looking at the college prospects, obviously we have many first-round picks. There are a lot of quarterbacks. There's many quarterbacks. Of course, don't want to look too far ahead because I really would like Mond or Glass, if it turns out that Glass is the starter at some point in this season, to be the starters. It'd be nice to be able to skip the quarterback position, but it is also nice knowing that there are likely options. What is it, like 6 first-round talent quarterbacks? That's definitely enough for us to potentially land one, hopefully, with 2 first-round picks. So obviously a lot of these things are very, very expensive for the coaches. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. It'd be nice to get boost, but I think XP is also huge. We kind of suck on the ground. I'm going to go with run block power, I suppose. People mover. Get 2 upgrades, so we'll take that +3 to run block power. But you could be new to the series, so we do have to take a look at the roster. And once again, if you are new to the series, maybe think about subscribing. We do a ton of franchise stuff and pumping out this series quite a bit lately. And I don't think I'm going to do a like goal because, one, my ego will be bruised because we're just at like 500. We're a little bit below, but I believe you guys are going to hit it, and even if you don't, it is what it is. But also, I don't really want to upload on Friday. I think Fridays are just terrible days to upload. It just seems like everyone's out and about. Nobody's watching things, so we'll probably be back with this series on Saturday, I would say. Regardless, I've been enjoying this a lot. And obviously, looking back at last week's game, in case you didn't watch, there was some positives. Javian Hawkins had some pretty good plays. Cole Turner was decent. Mond wasn't super inaccurate. There was pretty bad decisions more than anything. Sky Moore was decent with getting open. Chase Claypool was okay. Really would have liked to see more out of him. Tutu Atwell was kind of all over the place, doing well sometimes, bad others. D-line was okay at times. Corners were actually pretty damn impressive, and don't want to talk about anything else really, but that's the roster. Take a look at the Ravens roster because we obviously have to look at what we're dealing with before we do our weekly training because we got to be able to know what we're focusing on. And at first glance, the team kind of looks better at defense than offense, but Baker Mayfield, very strong arm, so potentially the deep game, even though he's not that accurate. Another kind of slower power back, so in theory, these are the games that we should be doing well with, but we know how that went last time. Very athletic wide receivers with a lot of potential. Tight end, very athletic as well. Left tackle's not super great. Charles Cross is being wasted here. What is going on? Okay, so right tackle is going to be Charles Cross, obviously, for them. Damian Lewis at left guard. Center is awful. Are these guys related, actually? I mean, I'd imagine, right? Same college and all. They're literally like twins, I imagine. D-line, not super great, actually. But TJ Watt, Devin White, McKinney can lay the boom. Chandler Jones is solid, even though he's a little bit slower. Corners are all right. Safeties, once again, probably should be starting Lewis Seen. And strong safety Cameron Curl has potential, even though he is very, very slow. All right, so we have a couple of upgrades. Melifonwu gets to a 70 overall. I'm going with slot upgrades because they're just so good. 2-to-man coverage, which I will say the size he has and the lacking of athleticism probably makes him better for zone, but it is what it is. You can't really control these things. And then power move for Mr. Davis, who got a beautiful upgrade. 2 power move, 2 block shed. That is just insane. 84 block shed, 76 power move. Once again, really seen more out of him in the pass rush game than the actual block shed game or the run defense game. But hey, as long as he's doing something, I'm happy. I still just can't believe this team just completely copied everything about us with the logo. They stole the purple on us. I mean, they obviously feel bad because that's why they're wearing pretty much all black in this game, even though they know that purple is our thing. It's just despicable. I mean, there really is just no shame these days. It's unbelievable. But Baker Mayfield, obviously, who is that? Matt Ryan? Who the hell is that? It looks like Matt Ryan to me. But Baker Mayfield, it is Matt Ryan. We're number 4. Sweet. But yeah, Baker Mayfield, the biggest kind of X factor of this game is we just don't know what we're going to see from him. We focused on stopping the inside runs. And, of course, we focus on throwing short. As I say, to be fair, we probably should have maybe went with inside run as well because we got to avoid those edge defenders. But also, passing the ball is pivotal. We need it. And with that pass rush coming at us, we're probably, at best, going to just be dinking and diming all day. So we have to make each drive count, which is definitely one of our biggest issues last week. I know the turnovers in general, but just not taking what we could get. And, holding on. I know it's a little conservative, but if we would have went for, maybe shorter plays, even just settle for the field goal, might have even won last week for all we know. But obviously last week's in the rearview mirror. Another AFC team, and it's the Ravens. Let's get it. And Tucker booting this thing out, his former team. Of course, he's going to have a big day. It ain't going to be his fault we lose, I'll tell you that. Of course, looking at Baker's numbers, 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, 15 for 34. Kellen Mond had a bad week. Baker was trying to one-up him. I mean, it's very hard to do that, but he tried. He sure as hell tried. 1st and 10 in the pistol. A little motion. And Tyndall comes up with a huge hit early. Baker's going to lose 3 yards technically because it's a throw, if you will. Crowder, maybe not the worst guy to put on that, but just no blocking. Tyndall found the lane and popped him. Back in the pistol look again. 2nd and 13, and it's going to be a handoff, and they're going to get a few yards, 5 yards. That's kind of what you would expect from them on 1st down, but instead, waited till after a pretty big loss to do so. Melifonwu, I think, just going to kind of play him as the middle linebacker, if you will, and that is a screen pass that we saw late, and the slam dunk might have gotten it. So close. Like I said with David Montgomery, these power backs. Oh, that is a wide open man. Jabril not in good play. Good hit, though. These power backs make it very, very easy for you to make a stop. But even in the screen game, giving up a big play to the running back. I mean, that was a huge opportunity for us. We came with the blitz, and it was the worst time to come with one, unfortunately. And we're looking for that run. We get a little bit more yards on it this time with DJ Moore getting it. Last week, 3 for 52. Don't know what the rushing numbers look like for him, but obviously already getting involved early in that aspect. Although, actually, technically, it's another reception, so I guess not. It's so misleading, though, isn't it? As Davis absolutely smokes the fullback. Kind of makes David Montgomery, have to come around the outside. But a little bit of a, 3-yard gain. A huge pop, though. Davis just popping the man. I mean, that was just beautiful. Uh-oh, that's a linebacker and a wide receiver. And wow, what a dot, though, by Baker Mayfield, the Chark. on 3rd and 5 to gain nearly 20. Somebody got a hand out there, but they just couldn't get the ball. It was very, very close. Come with the blitz here because it looks like it's going to be a run. And it will be a nice cutback. Huge hit, though, by Tyson Anderson. I mean, we got some athleticism. We got some strength and some power. You know, the foundation is there. We just need them to develop as actual football players. And that athleticism is really just, I mean, it can go anywhere. Really good cutback by David, who once again is kind of leaving that ball out there. Maybe get a chance at a strip or something. I'm trying to slam dunk again, and it's going to be a 3rd and 2. It's, I mean, doable, I suppose. I'm going to need you guys to base up a little bit. As Davis is a free rusher, but also a free release. Went with the press for the obvious reasons. Tyson Anderson, who made a really good tackle a little bit earlier with a nice hit stick, gets completely torched by Noah Fant. I mean, that's the matchup you want for Tyson, at least speed-wise. And he just gets completely torched by Noah Fant. I mean, that's a 5-yard drive, 4 for 4, perfect. I mean, it's just, I don't know what else to tell you. And they're gonna kick to the fullback here. And Mason's like, you know what? I'm athletic. Gets to the 27, not perfect, but I mean, gets past the average, right? I suppose. And then these numbers, I mean, just I don't want to. I mean, the accuracy's not bad. It's there. It's just, you know, having to throw into tighter windows than the average quarterback across the league. It's going to happen, you know. But here we are with an in-cut from Claypool. Maybe a chance for Yeboah. I mean, we've got some options here. And there is Yeboah. Just completely drops the thing. Devin White in pretty good coverage. Not perfect coverage, though. Definitely had a look there. I will say they are absolutely begging us to throw it, which, I mean, I want to, but we can't. As Kylan Hill's going to find some room. It's going to be short, though, man. I'm telling you, Kylan Hill is a slow individual. It's like, we know that, sir. We all knew that. 3rd and 1, though. Another run, and Javian Hawkins not going to get any, you're not going to get too wild. Just get that first down. Maybe could have bounced it, but once again, we're just focused on getting first downs at this point. Play action. Sky Moore. I really don't like this because the comeback, like, kind of intersects with the crosser, even though it worked out really well. Tutu Atwell getting to the 45. We're actually looking decently sharp so far. We got a little emotion going. They're going to leave Tutu Atwell pretty open there. And he fumbles the ball. Thankfully, he goes out of bounds, but I get it. Once again, Tutu's a smaller guy. You don't want him taking those types of hits, but it wasn't that big of a hit, was it? He just stripped it. Let's try to look around the field. So, of course, you have those two routes kind of running into each other there, the tight end and the running back. Pretty equally open, both sides. I think that's, you know, Tutu Atwell is a pretty good read here. Is it Devin White on him? It is the rookie Smith. Doesn't protect the ball. Obviously, we're going for the juke move there, but, I mean, just loses it. I mean, that's not even, like, close to protecting the ball. We were just developing a decent drive, too. 1st and 10 from the 43 as we miss with Cox, but Tyndall, who's having a pretty good start to the day, comes up with the tackle. And we did say the run game is what we were focusing on, and they're definitely going to it a lot early, and good teamwork once again. Cox on the play, kind of getting a grab, and hey, hello, Wade in the slot. I mean, what else can you do? Drake Jackson, and the screen doesn't develop. Perfect play by Tyndall. Jordan Davis also sniffed it out, kind of pushed his way through there, and they're going to be forced to punt. That's what we need, especially after a fumble, especially. You know, if you drive down the field, and they don't have great field position, but, I mean, they had really good field position there. And speaking of, you know, we get to the 25. Darden does what he can. Back to the ground, even though they're absolutely ready for it. We're actually going to throw this ball. And there goes the tight end. A little, ooh. If we would have got a block from Sky, Cole Turner would still be running. And might is what I meant to say instead of mid. Good read. They brought the entire house, which, once again, with the way we play, you just don't need to do that. You just simply don't. And up the middle, I mean, it's going to be against a pretty stacked front. But, I mean, what can you do, you know? Like, you got to try to run the ball. If they're going to stack each play, I mean, you still got to try to run. I mean, it's a little bit better, but overall, it's still not perfect. Going to go back to, we haven't really run the ball back-to-back often, so maybe catch them off guard. And no, we will not. A yard at a time ain't going to get you there. And, of course, there being the end zone, Hawkins down the middle of the field. I kind of want to bring Claypool in. I don't think he has that route running to trust him doing an out route that close to the sideline. Tutu Atwell's pretty fast. And that is a very good setup play. Once again, you would like to get a few more yards on the runs, but I do agree with this call to probably throw or to go for it at least. Just going with slants. I know you want the blocks to develop it. I kind of want that out from Turner. We predetermined. No! Claypool! Who did he get bumped by? That's just awful by us, man. I mean, I think Tutu Atwell, I'm pretty sure it was him, was just so naked on that play. It might have even been a touchdown, to be honest. And we just blow it. Good job, Nisraldine. Damn it. Every single start on offense has had some sort of stupidity play that's ruined the drive. A fumble, you know, to start this game, and then that wide open play that we just completely blow. And we're going to try to pick that up. Hey, that's good defense. Left that underneath. He probably should have taken that early. I think he was looking at that to draw us out, and we decided not to. We decided to go over the middle, which would have been a wide open play for a potential first. Anderson picking that up, and Peterson beat by Chark for the touchdown. I felt great about that. We jumped the out with the running back with Tyson. He was so open. We jumped it perfectly. Thought maybe there was a chance at a pick there, and instead they throw it wide down the field. I mean, once again, Patrick Peterson is a very old fella now, and Chark is entering his prime. He's super athletic. Ends up making the play. It wasn't that open. You know, he was open, but he wasn't that open. Of course, going to be down to the 19, Tutu Atwell. Trying to get him involved as much as possible. I know he fumbled, but I still believe in him wholeheartedly. And now we're in a situation where we absolutely need to score. And that is under pressure, of course. The look was there. There really wasn't much more going on, though. 2nd and 10. Looking for anyone open. The double drag could be massive for us here. And Tutu Atwell. Once again, these guys need to do better. They keep getting bumped somehow. I mean, they're getting bumped by their own teammates. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing here? And that is a fair call. He doesn't go for the ball, and Tutu has a chance potentially to get that. Absolutely accepting that. Once again, pass rush getting there nearly immediately. Sky Moore maybe has a shot on this. This is kind of the look we threw a pick on last week. And Kellen Mond, I mean, he's just, once again, this is not an envious position to be in. Like, I'm sure there's some reads on that left side that are open, but you just can't get to it because of the pressure. Please hit this. It's good enough. Good job, Turner, getting that wheel route. Passed off by Thomas there. And we earn a first down, thankfully. This could be good for Tutu. It kind of depends on what their defense is looking like. And we're going to trust that. And that's, I don't feel is a bad throw. I know it's tough that the angle in which the receiver's coming out at, but I just don't, I feel like Tutu's got to make a play on that. I don't know. And there's Claypool. Wow, Claypool with a crazy catch there. Absolutely smoked by Woods. There's not really much that can be done on either side there. It's just, I mean, ball's got to come out and get there. Javian Hawkins going to gain about 4.5, 5. Best run of the day. Well, the only run of the day that's been anything positive. If Watt doesn't read this, could be a pretty big play. And Turner just doesn't block. He doesn't care. This is what we're dealing with. I mean, the tackle actually does a pretty good job on TJ Watt. I mean, kind of perfectly, to be honest. I mean, there's not really much the tackle could have done there. He pushes him off the play. If Cole Turner, like we said, pre-snap, makes his block, especially with the safety backing up for some reason, I mean, that's easy first down, maybe more. Of course, like we said, though, pre-game, even though it's 14-point deficit, get your points. Screen pass, potentially. And there's really not anyone open here. And the blocks just don't develop. I mean, it's just not much you can do there. I would like to say we're playing smarter this week. We really aren't. We're just, I don't know, dude. we get points, I suppose. Not really much else to say about it. Jordan Davis winning his matchup all day. And there goes David Montgomery with a nice juke move. You kind of forget that he does have that in him. You're just like, we can pop him free hit, you know. Blitzing off the opposite edge is a little debatable, but... Ooh. Wolin's got to make a play there, and there goes Noah Fant, unfortunately slipping off of a tackle, gaining about 15 on the play. So far, the Ravens are cooking. They really haven't thrown the ball too much, but when they have, they've been very accurate, very efficient. And Jordan Davis got to do better there as we get him with Melifonwu, but Jordan Davis completely gets in our way there and doesn't make the tackle. If you're going to come in there like that, you got to make the tackle, pal. 2nd and 3. Got the slant defense. Very good defense, and it's going to lead to a sack. Drake Jackson. He's actually played really well for us so far. I mean, potentially better than Brian Burns. I mean, my man's has done well. I'm impressed. 3rd and 14. Defense has got to get a stop here. Underneath, huge hit by Tyndall. He wasn't messing around, and that will be a punt. And the punt will go out the 15. Not the perfect punt, but it doesn't go to the 20, I guess. It's positive for them. Tutu Atwell on the end. It's very tough to block TJ. He's kind of going the wrong way here, but let's see what we get. And we do get some pretty good blocks. Trying to get to the outside. Can't really. Gains about 2. Lots of throws so far. Not a whole lot of yards. It's kind of what our offense is about. Sky Moore, I'd rather have an in-cut. I mean, they're kind of just protecting that outside right now. And you see TJ Watt getting there. Of course, we will get the first down, but TJ Watt smoked the left tackle on that one. We do have some misdirections and whatnot in the offense, but it's not really getting a whole lot of time to make those plays, and that's a terrible throw. Probably does get Hawkins lit up, but, you know, got to take one for the team. That's all I can really tell you. Sorry, pal. They are absolutely smoking our offensive line, I will say. Go underneath again. TJ Watt freaking open up a hit stick for him there. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. Did I do it? Tell you what. I could have done it. Could be coming with a blitz. Looking for the quick read. And there's the tight end, Cole Turner. Was looking for Chase Claypool, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know if Chase is just running terrible routes, but they're like telepathing him. They know exactly where Chase is going to run before he runs his route, which is crazy. Speaking of Chase, we'll go to him. Why is he on the ground? Good job to get up. And I know that's not a super easy thing to do, but I know it's not a perfect throw, but he's got to get that. Obviously, I was looking at Tutu Atwell. They kind of, they played it a little weird off the snap. There's a little bit of a bad throw on the slant, but we get there. Let's call a timeout. Regather ourselves. A little bit better of a week. Can't lie. You know, a little bit of better of a start. And that's Tutu Atwell. Dropped. It's a tough catch to make, I will admit, but that is also a damn dime if I've ever seen one. Chase Claypool. They kind of look like they're leaving it, so I might take this shot to the end zone. And he's got the leverage. There you go, Claypool. Let's go. Dots. Perfect throw. Claypool using that body to kind of box out the defender and gets the touchdown. And that's against William Jackson. They're very similar style players. Well, not style maybe, but very similar kind of talents, if you will. Going for the tight end, and that's a good throwaway by Baker Mayfield. Yeah, you can see that momentum's changing, man. You can definitely feel it. Especially, I believe, with us getting ball at half. Tyndall going to try to get a press on the tight end. Don't know if we can get to him, though. We don't really. That's a huge hit by Nizraldine. Of course, I'm not going to be the one calling timeouts. Momentum's absolutely on our side, but that doesn't mean I'm willing to try and give them some points before half. Jordan Davis on the double team. Jabril. Good tackle, though. It's an amazing tackle. Keeps him in bounds and everything. It's a tough one. You know, ran the cornerback blitz. We had it with Patrick Peterson, a guy that you wouldn't expect to really blitz that much at this point in his career, but obviously at that point, kind of needed it. Covering the in-cut, and we'll take that every day of the week. Of course, doesn't even complete it. Running a lot of blitzes with the cover 3 so far. Underneath, we'll take that once again. I mean, I'm not calling timeouts. You guys can have it. The blitzing has seemed to work, but I almost feel like at this point they kind of know that the blitz is coming, so they're going to be looking for something shorter. We're in press man, which, I mean, scares me a bit, but that's a really good job by Nisraldine. They try to maybe catch a sneaky one on us. With one timeout, I mean, we have a chance ourselves to potentially go for a shot here, maybe even to Claypool. That's a pretty good throw. We're going to have a shot. What a dime. Justin Tucker from 56 yards out. Kick looks all right. A bit of wind, though. And, oh, it's easily in. Huge play. Almost didn't call a timeout, and I was like, yeah, screw it, dude. We're doing it. And, wow. That was amazing. I almost went with the underneaths. We had Sky Moore and Cole Turner so open. I was like, those guys just aren't going to get us points here. So, went for the shot and hit it. 2-2 with the catch. Beautiful. And once again, we get the ball at half. So, the Ravens definitely choking here. 14-0 at one point. And here we are with ball, only down 1. Tutu Atwell on the return after a really good catch. It's absolutely pummeled. Obviously, Tutu is kind of making up for his fumble earlier in the game, but still have a little bit of ways to go. Try to go back to the ground game, even though it's been pretty non-existent. Go with the dive. And kind of hesitated a little bit. Couldn't really find the lane. Gains a yard. RPO look. I'm not sure if this is going to slow them down, but I also think this kind of almost runs into... I want to slide right, obviously, but kind of runs into TJ a little bit there. And they do not see Tutu Atwell at all. And just once again, the juke moves just don't exist. Under center, 3rd and 1. I almost worry that we're kind of overthinking this. Nah, screw it. Go throw. Really? Oh, we missed too. Good tackle. Really? Chase Claypool's 6'4", and he doesn't box him out there. Don't get me wrong, it's an extremely late read. But William Jackson isn't jumping on this ball either. Like, this is just, like, what is this? What is he standing there for? Excuse me. Sir. What a disaster, dude. Look at Tommy. That's a huge hit by Tyndall, who's had a lot of those today. We need another win. Neither of these teams have a single win. The hell is this guy talking about? Go with Anderson. And that's a pretty good play. Of course, he will slip off, get the first down, but it's a pretty good individual effort to even get that. I mean, he was the last line of defense there. We brought the safety up for the blitz, so if he doesn't make that tackle, I mean, that's just simply a freaking touchdown. Brian Burns, no! Came in too hot. Good job by Patrick Peterson to help it from the 1. I mean, it's kind of all for nothing, isn't it? Time to really see what Jordan Davis is about. This is the situation. Absolutely the situation you have him in, trying to win matchups for. And we do lock them up. They lose 2. The fullback's going to be pretty open on this, but not really much you can do here. Going to have to bring the goal line again. And that is a really good pickup, but they're going to be short. Number 89 did a really good job to pick up Tyndall on that. 3rd and goal from the 1. The fullback lead again. Yes, you run, Kimmett. It's such a tough one to call. And we literally pulled them off of that spot. Gillespie would have been there. Probably would have been trucked anyways, but Tyndall was so close, and he got blocked last second, and the touchdown is going to put him up by 8 here. We're going to go with the stretch play. The insides have not worked in the slightest. We're kind of going off block, though. And it works pretty well, and once again, the receivers, Chase Claypool's got to do better. I know he has that one beat on William Jackson for a touchdown, but outside of that, we're kind of losing these battles on the outsides. Going to go with the inside handoff now and stay close to the line, obviously. Gains about 5. Moving a little bit on the ground. Inside handoff. They look like they're kind of on the wrong side. We're sliding right. So hopefully we can gain something decent here. Wait for the block, and it works. Really good shoestring tackle there, but another, 5-6 yard gain. Now they are obviously kind of ready for this. I know you probably want the block and release there, but I kind of want the play back. I don't like it. There you go, Tutu Atwell. Great concentration. It's a debatable one. That cornerback is all over it. Couldn't really throw that early. It was a little bit too debatable in my opinion. I want the block from Turner. I'm looking for Sky more, but if that's zone... That was really good coverage. Maybe had the running back. But Kellen Mond going to utilize those legs. Gains about 9. You know, looking for the run a little bit. Of course, Hawkins is on the other side. I'm calling timeout, man. That's just busted. Read option. Once again, are we really going to believe in any blocks? Chandler Jones on that outside. Of course, man. I like him as a receiving prospect, but I'll tell you what. I do not like Turner as a blocker. I think he is terrible. Quick throw there, just like backed up hard. Sky Moore is easily going to gain 7 for the first. Going to go back to the dive look. I think the double slant with the wiggle from Atwell. We had it too. Throw it away. Oof. There was a whole lot of bad that could have happened on that. I'll tell you what. Block and release from the fullback. No one really open. Throw it away. Once again, I'm not looking forward to a field goal, but I also need to take it if it's there. And that is a perfectly timed ball. Maybe almost a little too early, which is usually not a problem for us. We're a little bit too late. Beautiful play to extend the drive. They look like they're blitzing here. I like the outside leverage from Claypool, but I don't want to ruin Atwell's route. Like I said, and I knew that was going to happen. Right as I threw it, I knew it was going to happen. Javian Hawkins doesn't make the tackle. Good job by Claypool. Damn it, dude. Especially a smaller receiver. Man, I know we have bad route runners, but God, they're bad. Like, you just can't expect them to win a thing. Oh, there goes the read. Baker Mayfield on the read option. Spin move. Absolutely killed by Tyson Anderson, though. Another interception causing issues. Gotta love it. Just so much pressure, dude. Good job by Woolen. Well, can't tackle for crap, though. 10-yard gain. Man, we just cannot tackle. Woolen did a really good job to get through that block, but it means nothing when you can't finish the job. Oh, Patrick Peterson! Go! Baker's running, dude. Does he have the angle? Don't you dare, Anderson. Touchdown, Pat Pete. I was just about to say, with that press, I was like, you know what? We are really relying on Patrick Peterson a lot this game. I know he got beat on that Chark play, but unbelievable. Sticky hands. Barely gets it. Those comeback routes, the sit-down routes have been brutal for both sides. My man. I mean, he gets beat, obviously, but at the same time, you kind of see, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't even follow the tight end there, to be honest, but gets back last second and jumps it. I mean, that's a close call, and my man said, yoinkies. It's been a pretty disgusting one, but chance to win. First tie. And there goes Kellen Mond. Let's just, don't even worry about your arm, dude. Just run. Patrick Peterson's milestone. He wants 8 interceptions on the year. Chasing some sort of leaderboard or something? Because that's a lot to ask for at your age, pal. It's a lot to ask for at any age, to be honest. Jabril Cox doing a really good job just blowing through the defender. Or the blocker, I suppose. We're the defenders. Actually, we're the Nighthawks. Pat Pete back in after a pick 6, too. That's my man. Jordan Davis, there you go. Jordan Davis dropping back. I don't think so. I like mixing it up and, you know, trying to keep your opponent guessing. Speaking of keeping your opponent guessing, we try to make the tackle there. Damn it. Yeah, we got caught napping there. I was backing up. I was like, you know, I got these in cuts. Don't worry. There was no in cut. Fourth quarter. All tied up. Another read option look. Gets blocked really well, but Montgomery kind of went the wrong way there. I know it would have been a tough cutback in that lane, but cuts that to the right, and there is some problems for us, I'll tell you. Jordan Davis on the interior, trying to beat it. There you go, Tyndall. Good fight by David to gain an extra yard, but 3rd and 6, chance. We've been pretty aggressive this game with the blitz calls, so, I mean, I feel like you keep coming with it. Safety's off of both sides. Oh, we just got burned. That's a pretty good tackle. He's short. Now, this is one I'd be a little more concerned on a fake. Inches, I'm probably going for this if I'm them. Of course, we have kind of just derailed ourselves. Oh, okay. That worked, but went for the fair catch. Guess not. Hitch play to the right, going up against TJ. Atwell as well. I mean, this just seems like a bad play from the start. If we got that edge block, though, well, that's a bit of a loss. 6 yards lost. I mean, who would expect us to go with a pitch? I mean, who would expect us to run in general after the way we played today? But I guess they've been all over it. I kind of want this wheel. I don't think anyone's covering Hawkins. They are. 2-2 Atwell and under pressure. Got fearless because of the in the zone, but you can't be that fearless when you're literally on the ground. I think we're going to change this up. We're going to go with Sky Moore on the streak and Atwell on the drag. Sky Moore. If it wasn't for that pitch, dude. I mean, 4th and 2 is just too many yards. We've shown we can get a stop as well. See the punt god's kick power. First time punting all day. I know we haven't been perfect on offense, but still. Dot as well. Down to the 7. The punt god. You're guaranteeing them points if you go for that and don't get it. Whereas here, 7-yard line is a lot of yards to cover. And they're going to keep it again. Tackle. Jesus, Baker is freaking absolutely selling us down the river. I mean, he is just beating us on that. We were just not reading it at all. There he goes again, and we get beat again. Somebody off the edge had an easy chance. They came out late, too. And he's maneuvering, gets the first down. I mean, they got out of the 7-yard line pretty cleanly. I mean, that took no time at all. I mean, they could clock us here. No, Nisraldeen. Still alive. Okay. That was debatable. That was almost a fumble. Thought he was down. I don't think he was. Brian Burns, good hustle, but you want to actually pass rush as well, maybe? Let's go Tommy. Locked up and perfect blocks. Good job by Stearns. I mean, we're barreling through them with these hits, but no fumble yet. I mean, they just aren't even throwing it because they don't need to. They're just steamrolling us on the offensive line. Here it goes again. Is he... And now Nisraldeen is hurt. Can't really commit too hard with the engage. To the outside. That's going to lead him out. Baker saw the pressure, and it got to him. Dislocated shoulder. That's not fun. You go with Jabril Cox here. Tight end. I mean, so many open. Good hit there by Grown. First down. I mean, at least it seems like they can't clock us, but this has been a very good drive for them, especially considering they haven't really had to mix it up. They've just been running and running and running, and it's worked. Tommy, Jordan Davis gets blocked. Tommy, good freaking effort. I know we're trying to disguise, but at the same time, we're just kind of getting beat. Let's go Brian Burns. Brian, get a grab of him. We're going to bring an extra, but I don't know if one's going to be enough. Let's go with Wade against QT. And no. Woolen's actually played really well so far this season, but unfortunately, the slant is tough. It's tough business. Go with the blitz. And that read option again. And B just shucks off of it for the touchdown. Back-to-back weeks with a read option touchdown from a medium athleticism quarterback. And we had another injury on the kickoff, so there's another timeout gone. 2:44 in the fourth. What a disaster. Quick throw underneath. 2-2 Atwell. Going to use that speed to gain a lot of yards. Gets to the 37-yard line. 12-yard gain. Not counting us out yet. We absolutely are in position to still win this game. Cole Turner, maybe? And that's a pretty good throw. Gets it there. 2-2 Atwell comes down with another one. Having a pretty good game despite the fumble. And I would like to run the ball, but I mean, this is the front we're looking at when, you know, it's 2-minute warning. Go to the running back. Job by Hawkins. Gains 5, gets out of bounds. Went late with it because Cole looked really good pre-snap. And I think he did get open. It just wasn't clean enough. You know, you turn the ball over in this situation, the game's over, you know. And there goes Sky Moore, gains about 7. Dinkin and Diamond. We're actually finally going with the game plan that we had pre-game. It was our preset game plan. Throw it away. And that's going to be grounding. It's the smart call because we're about to get pummeled, but basically going to be a sack anyways. A lot of trust in the tight ends. Get a block from the running back. Under center is a little iffy, but... Here you go, Cole. No, that's a hold. 2nd and 30 coming up. It was actually a defensive hold, and I decided to decline it because those yards are valuable. I mean, we're running out of time here. I think it was the right call. And there's Tutu. Run! Slips it down to the 3, the 4 to be exact. Not bad. Of course, I mean, I feel like you just treat this as if, you know, it's the last drive. I think they should be calling a timeout. They probably will after this play, but run the ball. I mean, they do look like they're... What? What to say? Guy's got his hand in the ground there. And Hawkins is going to be denied at the 1. Don't know if I really like this. Kellen Mond again with the rollout touchdown. They were scrambling for answers and they couldn't find it. Kellen Mond score. Justin Tucker, please don't miss. This is just like us to miss a freaking extra point, especially with Tucker. But 20 seconds left. Our right tackle got injured, but they do have 3 timeouts. And the fullback's going to have a chance here, which probably doesn't work out well for them. You know, we kind of kicked it a little bit short, and it worked out. They lost 2 yards and 4 seconds. Whereas they look like they're really just happy to go to overtime. Which I wouldn't say happy, but they're willing to, I suppose. Jordan Davis pushing as hard as he can. I mean, that's not the offensive line winning. You know, they wouldn't be pushing him into the play. That's Jordan Davis pushing that pile. You know, moving the whole play into the ball carrier. And it worked. It slowed him down a lot. And underneath, we hesitated. I think that should be fine, but 5 seconds, all they need is like a little shot play. They're going to go for the Hail Mary here, which is a bit debatable, but back them up anyways. Just going to play, you know, just in case it's short. Oh, it is a short play. They tried to bait it out. Tariq Woolen, and had a chance. Didn't even go up for it, though, but yeah, I don't know what that was. They did have somebody going to the end zone. I think Baker just misread how much time he had. I don't know, but look at the snaps. Look at everything. Very even stuff. We were better on the pass game, obviously. They're a lot better on the run game. And now we see 1 extra quarter. Tails never fails, except for in overtime. Every damn time. Oh, they select to receive. I would have never thought. Yo, is that the coin they use? Whole ass pepperoni. Actual salami slice. What is going on with that coin? You can actually see that from the stands without any binoculars. All right, with the way they like to drain the clock, we might be looking at a tie at best. Took a lot to get here. RPO look. Good tackle. Good tackle. Had that RPO look. I didn't want to fully commit. They had that slant coming in there. Oh, Lord. I mean, we've got a couple of mismatches, but the speed isn't a mismatch. And Patrick Peterson does it again! He's going to score! Game! The old man does it. 2 pick sixes. Absolute legend. Baker Mayfield is a guy with vision problems. Oh my. Again. In man coverage. Patrick Peterson might have got burned by Chark once, but he beat the Ravens twice. Pat Pete called game. The old man. The old man. Already got a win on the season. 1-1. Last season 0-17. We definitely played safe for this game. We definitely, were a bit smarter. Still probably had enough mistakes on offense to lose the game. If I'm Baker, I'm punching Peterson. I'm not talking to him. It's like, yeah, thank you, man. You suck. Oh my. Pat Pete, absolute player of the game, absolute player of the week. Look at the pressure comparison. It's just not even a comparison, if you will. Unbelievable. The man is a hero. He's my hero. the people's champion. Of course, Kellen Mond, way better this week. Not even close. A lot better. Had a rushing touchdown, had 2-point conversion completion. We needed every point we could get to force overtime. Of course, Hawkins was not great. Kylan Hill did have a 1 for 9, but it was a wide open block. Maybe we should have went with that personnel a little bit more, though. Looking at the receiving game, Tutu Atwell, 11 for 124, which is impressive. Sky Moore was all right. Chase Claypool actually was pretty decent for once. Cole Turner was good as usual, except for blocking. Javian Hawkins, a couple of catches. Chark, a couple plays. But man, that guy, that Patrick Peterson guy with 2 interceptions, 2 pick sixes, over 100 yards of return yardage. I mean, it's like triple our run yardage. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. I just only wish that he could get a freaking breakout. Oh man, he's so beastly. Of course, Spencer Brown, very athletic. Go with agility style in general because you want to, bolster up the finesse blocking, which we do. Not great that he is such a project. Kellen Mond, I suppose, improviser. That's what he is. Improviser, elusive, run kind of situation. Throw power to 90. Nice. Nizraldine, who is absolutely healthy after a dislocated shoulder. We got a little scared. Thank God he's healthy. He's back. Not really a great upgrade, to be honest, but we have victory. We've done a victory royale. Of course, a couple of pick sixes helped us with that. We did get a little lucky at times. Got a little unlucky as well. Don't know what to think about that win. I think, you play that scenario back a billion times in a row. We don't probably win many of them. But we did. Patrick Peterson went off. The Baker Mayfield effect is just so strong. I don't know what it's going to be like when we play, other teams. But the Baker Mayfield effect, man, it's just great. Of course, back-to-back games with pass rush duos that are just absolutely insane. Kellen Mond surely is going to get a break one of these weeks where he just doesn't have to play someone as good as, Chandler Jones and TJ Watt or Vita Vea and Khalil Mack. Those are brutal duos just, to have to start the season. But a bit better of a performance overall. Just not on the ground, unfortunately. But regardless, we have the victory. Finally, 1-1. I mean, I suppose it's not really a finally situation, but 1-1. We absolutely look like we were just going to blow that game. But came back really strong after a 14-0 deficit and then ended up pulling out the dub. We're the better birds. Change your logo. Change the color. GG. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until I say that, maybe leave a like and subscribe. Maybe check out the second channel, Ep4 Plays. I haven't uploaded there recently enough. I'll probably upload there tomorrow, actually. But should be a rebuild a little bit later today as well. So pretty clutch day of uploads. And yeah, for the main channel uploads, besides the rebuild later today, we'll be back on Saturday and Sunday with some uploads. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video.